Hey everyone, this is Jackie Nieves, representing the Silk City of Paterson, New Jersey, and you're listening to Kimlotti.
Hello, you are listening to DJ Kimlotti on Square Biz, and it's been a minute since I've been here with my co-host Harold, and I'd say mid-July we went on our yearly summer vacation, and I had lived in Italy when I was stationed in the military. We decided to go to Italy and Switzerland. We were going to hit a couple countries. Harold, when I first asked you, let's go to Italy and Switzerland, what did you think?
I guess it was cool to go. I, no expectations. Just want to try new sights in new countries.
Had you heard anything about Italy or people in Italy?
Well, I heard from you nice things about Italy. All thing I was just worried about, where's the American embassy at?
No matter where we go, Harold always says, I know how to say Dominican Republic or whatever. I know how to say American embassy, please. That's the only thing that he practices before we go anywhere. Had you heard anything about Switzerland?
This was a nice place to visit.
Did you do any research or look at any YouTube videos before we went?
Yeah, just basic stuff. They talk about Switzerland was a nice place to visit. But, just basic stuff.
All right. Other than that, Harold just, went along for the ride. I booked tours for us to go on while we were there, hotels. We took trains and traveled. We flew direct from Dulles to Rome, and
it was cramped in a spot from Dulles to Rome.
We booked our flight in early October.
Right.
So it was months in advance, and I made sure that I guess I purchased the upgrade. It was a couple $100. I purchased this upgrade so Harold could have room in this seat, and we sat in these premium seats that were on an exit, and I was sitting beside, it was three of us, I was sitting beside this lady.
This old lady.
Somebody's mama. Did she talk the whole flight?
Kept yapping her mouth all the way.
She talked the whole flight. And I talked back to her. I was nice to her.
Right, yeah, he was nice.
I thought she'd stop at some point, but I don't think she stopped at all. But you did not like those seats. I don't think we expected to sleep on the flight.
Right.
And you didn't get any sleep. I think I napped here and there, but really nothing compared to what I've, been able to do in the past.
Cramped seats.
Yeah, we're kind of sitting on top of each other. I mean, they weren't wide enough.
Right.
Between my behind and your chest and your legs, it was a rough, tight trip. So we land in Rome. We walk to our hotel, which we should have taken a cab. We should have taken a cab. It really wasn't far, though.
No, it wasn't bad. The walk wasn't bad.
The walk was only bad because it was hot and we were tired. That was the only reason why, it was kind of bad. Our first hotel, we stayed for about 4 or 5 nights. It was not far from the Trevi Fountain and not far from the Spanish Stairs, like maybe 4 blocks from the Spanish Stairs.
Yeah.
When we arrived at the hotel, we were so tired. I walked up to the reception desk. I handed him my Expedia receipt. So, of course, I want this back. Expedia receipt showing him that we're here to check in. We're there about 3 hours early. It's about 11 o'clock. And the guy takes the paper. He writes something down, and he says, okay, I will call you as soon as I have a room available. Right. So he's kind of making me feel like we're not going to have to wait until the 2 o'clock check-in. So I hand him the paper. We go sit down. Mind you, we didn't bring any phones. We brought one old phone to take pictures and maybe post some stuff on Facebook.
And if you got New phones, bring your new phone.
His advice is bring your new phone. That's just one of maybe 5 things that he suggests on a trip to Europe.
Yeah.
So we're sitting in the lobby. We're so tired. I'm trying to be careful because I think I might be allergic to the chair. I'm allergic to like pleather, lawn
Plastic.
chairs, any kind of like man-made plastic. I think it's something in the coloring. So I'm trying to make sure I don't touch this chair and break out. And we're watching couple after couple go up to the desk, have a seat in the lobby where we are, and then they get called and they get escorted up to their room. And about an hour later,
Caucasian.
about an hour later, and Harold's like, I think this is racist. I think something's up. And I'm sitting here with my husband and my big hair, and I'm like, no, that can't be. So I go up to the desk, and I ask the gentleman, this is, an hour later, can I have my receipt back? And he says, why? And I said, well, if there's another hotel that has a room available, I would like to switch my reservation. And he throws the paper at me.
Yeah, all hell break loose.
All hell didn't break loose. Not yet. Okay. So he throws the paper at me. Thank goodness I was tired. I think that's the only way I was able to keep calm. And I made a mistake by doing this. I think I embarrassed him because I said, sir, there's no need to throw the paper at me. That's pretty disrespectful. I only asked for a paper that really belongs to me. And I think I embarrassed him. He listened, but I think I embarrassed him, and that was my mistake. So he gave me the paper back, and he's yelling something to the effect of writing a bad review, complaining, etc. So we sit down. Of course, I can't change my reservation. You know, it's with Expedia, and you have to do it like 2 days before you check in. So we watch another couple check in, another couple check in, another couple check in, another couple check in. And next thing I know,
it's crazy.
I hear, and this is like 2 or 3 rooms away. How many? But how far do you think I was away? We were sitting away from the front desk.
Nah, it was about maybe not even 2 or 3 rooms, maybe 1 room length.
1 room length?
We was in the other room.
We couldn't see him,
right.
But I could hear him.
I could see him.
I could hear him talking about La Negra. While my husband is telling me this is racist, this is racist, I am not going to tell Harold what I'm hearing. So an hour goes by, we're watching more couples check in.
Go on upstairs.
Yep, and this is about
Caucasian.
It's about 1 o'clock by now.
Right.
So 11 to 1.
Right.
I go up to the desk and I ask him, sir, is there a manager that I could speak to? And he starts going off about, you could talk to a manager in 5 minutes, you could talk to a manager later on today, you know, just his runaround. He gets on the phone and I hear him talk about waiting again, and he says La Negra. So I turned to him and I said, no, I was very nice. I said, sir, I would appreciate it if you would stop referring to me as La Negra. This man, he doesn't deny it. He starts going off. And he tells me he's going to call the police. So I pull up a chair to the front desk and I said, let's do this then. Here comes Harold. Oh, he's like, oh, we're going to jail. She's going to jail. My wife is going to. Now, what's beautiful about our relationship is that when I'm hot-headed and mad, you are very calm. And when you're hot-headed and mad, I am very calm. We're never, thank goodness, we're never angry, frustrated, upset at the same time. Is that your phone going off during my damn podcast? You worse than Gary Owen's father and son. And it says scam likely. I thought you had some robo app or something like that.
I took it off, but it didn't let me pay $19.
I saw that. I was getting ready to download that robo app, and I saw you had to pay.
Yeah.
But anyway. So I pull up a chair. Harold comes over and he's really calm. He's like, "Sir, look, you just want a room, but tired."
No, no,
Go
no,
ahead.
no,
Okay.
no.
That's what I heard.
Let's back it up a little bit more.
Okay, back it up.
Back it up. You was frustrated. You was arguing with the man. The man called the police. So I came over there, and you was sitting in that chair. And what did I tell you?
You bent down. You did it like my grandma did when we were getting robbed. Like, shut up. You bent down and you were like, "Don't you say a word. Go sit in the other room." Like I was a child.
No,
I think you were like, "Yo, you going to jail. Like, I got to diffuse the situation. Don't say
ASAP.
anything and get out of here."
But the first thing I said, I wonder where's American Embassy at? But that was in the back of my mind. So then I walked up to the front desk and I told Kim, "I'll handle this. Just relax." So the man kept going off and saying, "Your wife, I didn't say that. I got friends that are black." I said, "Look, I'm not here to talk social. When can we get the room?" So the man said, "Well, you can get the room at 12 o'clock if your wife come and apologize to me, or else you'll sit there to 2. So
this was like 1 o'clock. He said, "You can have a room right now if your wife comes and apologizes to me." He said, "Otherwise, you'll have to wait till 2
o'clock.
And what was your response to him, my dear?
I said, "Sir, my wife, I don't think she's not going to apologize, and I think we'll sit and wait till 2 o'clock for the room." Mm-hmm. So then when I sat down, then here comes the 911, or they say 211.
Okay, yeah.
In there.
Well, before the police came, the busboy, when I walked over to sit down, the busboy was in that room, and he was telling me, "I'm sorry," because he watched the whole thing go down. He's like, "I'm sorry, I'm so sorry." And I said, "You see what's going on. You know this is wrong. You know this is wrong. You know this shouldn't be happening." So we're sitting there waiting for a room, and then after a couple minutes, I'm thinking the police aren't. Did you think the police weren't coming?
Right. What?
I didn't think they were coming, but here they come around the corner. So they asked me. I think they spoke to him first.
Right.
Then they came, and I don't know what he reported that he needed assistance. So when the police came to me and asked
me, an angry
me
black woman. That's what he reported. An angry El Negro.
Okay. When the police came and I explained what happened with the paper, La Negra, I could tell by the look on their faces that they were surprised. They were very surprised. And at the end, of course, they had to do a report because they had to respond to a call. But they told me to call 211 or 122 if I had any problems with that guy again.
So I say, well, why you need my information?
Okay.
The El Negro was the problem.
Oh, that was the problem there. Unfortunately, that was not the. We saw other racism in Italy.
Racism bad.
Something else that bothered me was when we had our driver taking us to the excursion. We were in a private car. There were a number of homeless people sleeping along this fence, and the driver pointed to those homeless people, and he said, "That's a result of immigration." And that kind of took me, aback. But another situation that happened, I should not laugh. We're on the train going from Venice to Switzerland, and we're sitting there. A local Italian guy is helping a Caucasian family on the train with their luggage. And as soon as he does the luggage, the guy gives them some money. Mind you, there's some coin euros. And yelling down the train, he says, "Hey, Hitler," down the train. He's yelling this. So Harold looks at me because we're like, oh, it's about to go down. And the first thing I thought, I'm trying to be open-minded, so I'm thinking, okay, we're near Germany. I've had students with the name like Osama, I mean, some of these names are common names. Not like Hitler's a common name. I wonder if anyone names their kid Hitler nowadays. But anyway, I'm gonna look that up. But I'll be like, Alexa, do people name their kids Hitler? So he's yelling Hitler. I don't think this gentleman realized what he was being called. Do you?
I don't know.
I don't think he was catching that. But I did listen enough to hear the Italian guy explain to another passenger on the train that apparently he didn't get a big enough tip for how heavy or the kilos were of the luggage. And he was so angry, he just kept calling Hitler, 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 Hitler. Yeah, and I'm like, I need to get out of this country. I've had enough. I'm already wanted by the Italian, police. So, we weren't even in the country 4 hours, and I had the police called on me. So I would have never guessed.
Less than an hour.
Yeah.
And they was asking for my passport.
Okay.
I thought I was going to the Italian jail.
And that was like the first day. We were supposed to be in Europe for 2 full weeks. Full weeks. So Harold, you have a couple recommendations. The first one is what? What was that first one?
The first one was bring an up-to-date cell phone.
Bring an up-to-date cell phone. Bring a new cell phone. What's your second word of advice?
Bring a washcloth.
Bring an American washcloth.
American washcloth. You know what I'm talking about, black folks. That American scrub your butt real good washcloth. We didn't have that over there.
And what's your last one? Do you have a third
Use the what's it called? Bidet. Oh man, that's so refreshing.
I cannot believe that you are openly telling people how much you like the bidet.
I like that, John. It was like right straight to my butt, the warm water, the nice sensation. I mean, you feel so refreshed. We need that in America. It's like it's so refreshing.
I'm so embarrassed.
I kept on asking you. I know you explained it to me. I'm like, how do we do it? I was confused.
We kind of looked it up because I knew how it worked,
right?
But I've never tried.
The women's, you turn around and face the wall. You stay there
online.
Yeah. But the men, you turn around and you face the other wall, and before you get up on there now, before you sit down, you spread your ass cheeks, your ass tweaks. Once you spread your ass tweaks, and then you let the warm water run through it.
Your mama can't watch this one.
That's the best.
Oh my God.
Refreshing ever.
What was your favorite food over in Europe?
Pizza. I will never eat pizza like in America again. Now I might go to New York and eat a slice, but the pizza over there is like totally different than over here. It's totally different.
So the pizza was better than the tiramisu?
Yeah, the pizza's better than the tiramisu. It depends where you get it from.
And your favorite beer?
What's that beer? What was that beer called? Start with A. Azz something.
AZZ something.
That's number 4. Try that. It's like Azz beer. I don't know what it is,
beer.
But try that over there. You won't go wrong. It's good.
Another, I don't want to say issue, but something we had to adapt to were the beds.
Ooh, you about to sleep on the floor, honey child. Let me tell you. Just go ahead, sleep on the floor. Don't get in the bed. Just sleep on the floor. My back already hurt. I gotta take 5.
Oh my goodness. We took backpacks instead of suitcases, and I'm glad we did it because when we were walking to hotels, to pull your luggage on the cobblestones is pretty difficult.
Yeah, backpack.
It's easy to get on and off the trains and things like that, and it kind of keeps you, from buying too much. So
what do we get? The 60 quarts?
I think the 60, whatever it's called.
Get the 80. The 80.
You took it to another level.
The 80.
We took 1 pair of sneakers.
Yeah, we get the 80.
Those every day.
80. Yeah. It works.
What any other recommendations? Where do you want to go next?
Now, I'm gonna tell you the story why I want to go to Africa or Egypt. Now, we went to what? The Vatican.
Yes.
Right, the Vatican.
The Vatican.
Okay. We was one of the first people up in there that day.
We were the first ones in the room to see the Sistine Chapel that morning. Our
Right.
tour started at 7 a.m.
7 a.m. We go in there, man, give us the tickets. Oh. Excuse me.
Bless you.
The man give us the tickets. We said, go upstairs. We went to the left. We walked down the hall. First thing I see, and should be a whole different topic, is Egyptian things.
Egyptian artifacts.
Facts.
They had like 2 rooms. It was like a room in front of us.
No,
And a whole, right in front of us, there were statues.
Yeah,
and stuff
statues.
like that. And there was a whole room to the right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was blocked off, guarded off, closed up, fence around it. So my first question, when y'all look at this podcast and give me a feedback, why do Venice or wherever the
The
Vatican have these artifacts? Why they're not in where they're supposed to be in Egypt, or maybe they got them from Africa?
With their people. They've been taken. It reminds you of that scene in Wakanda.
Right.
You know, where he's like, this mask from Benin, did you pay for it? Did your ancestors pay for it? No, they stole it. So you're absolutely right.
And I just want feedback, but I feel as though I have to find the true story for myself, and I need to go to Egypt or where else, somewhere in the eastern part after Trump leaves. We ain't gonna come back.
You ain't gonna be allowed to come back.
We ain't be allowed to come back.
Oh my God, you mean like Facebook jail, but different jail, right?
Yeah, we won't be able to come back.
You are too.
Or Africa.
What's messed up is that Harold brought that to my attention, and it really moved him. But when I think about it, I had been to the Vatican 32 years ago, and it was locked up 32 years ago. So it was the same. So they have these goods, these artifacts, and they're not sharing them with not only their people, the people that those cultures that own that, but people in general to learn from.
Right.
So that does raise some eyebrows and some questions.
So podcast family, are they hiding the truth? I want to hear from you.
Here we go with the conspiracy.
Are they hiding the truth?
What did you like? What excursion did you like the most? Because you talk about it all the time. Where you want to go live? What did you say?
Oh, the island of Capri.
You like that?
Oh my goodness. Y'all got to go to the island of Capri. Yeah, you got to go to that island. It's so beautiful. It's beautiful. It's just beautiful, tranquil, relaxing. The people, you get along with the people. They nice.
It is beautiful.
It's beautiful island, beautiful flowers. I love flowers, and it was beautiful. I love it.
I loved Switzerland the best. I didn't like the food. The food sucked. But I like Switzerland because
we ran racism in Switzerland too.
Did we? Oh, we did. It was at the German restaurant though.
Oh,
we walked into this German restaurant. It's seat yourself. We walk in, we have a seat, we're looking at the menu, we're ready to order some steaks and get some grub. And people are coming in behind us. I mean, and they didn't even pay any attention to us. Hi, how you doing? Nothing at all. You want something to drink? People are coming in behind us. And I could see other customers looking at us, almost looking, correct me if I'm wrong, they were looking at us like, why is no one talking to y'all?
Right.
Did you feel that way? That's how I felt. They're looking like, what's going, because people coming to the door, people walking to the door, and they're like, oh, come on in, have a seat. And no one said anything. We sat there for how long?
About 15, 20 minutes.
And we finally just left. We were like, let's take our money somewhere else.
Right.
Other than that, I really love Switzerland because it's so clean. Everything's so organized. It's on time. It's very diverse.
Yeah.
If I could move my house there or live there, I would. The only thing, I really didn't care for was the food. I didn't get any good food when I was there. I mean, it was okay.
A lot of red
sustainable. Yeah. Well, what's crazy, you see all this, especially like the leather shots, but I did not see one damn cow. No, I did see a cow on that mountain.
Yeah, it was cows on the mountain. It was cows when we was going the bus going up to the mountains. It was cows.
Really?
There were cows
See,
and
I
goats,
missed all of
chickens.
that. Yeah, but the cheese was good. Oh my gosh. Oh, ooh, the tiramisu, the fresh homemade pasta. Oh Lord, it was so good. So we don't have another trip planned. Not right now.
Yeah, we do. We're going to Florida for Christmas. Where are we going?
To Daytona.
Daytona. So I'll be signing autographs down there. If you know you want to come down there and see me, you know you can buy me a drink. We can talk about the artifacts that was not shown. Yeah, we get more detail.
You are too funny.
I'm advertising. I put it out there. You might get one person that. Oh,
you might get one free drink.
I can save my $5.
I enjoy doing podcasts with you.
Okay.
You know, I enjoy it. Especially when you come in character like, what's his name, Portis? He comes in character like Portis.
Yeah.
Just don't start grabbing my wigs and wearing them.
Yeah, that was next one.
That's next, wearing my wigs.
The bozo wigs and stuff.
Yeah, or you could wear my birthday party hair.
Yeah.
The one that I left.
That's what we should have started off with, the birthday party. That's the next one.
Hey, if you weren't there, it didn't happen. No. People sending me all kinds of pictures, man. Yeah.
The blast and a half.
Yeah, we're not even going to touch the birthday party right now. So that was our European vacation. We traveled like the Griswolds.
Yeah.
Had a really
European
good time.
Griswolds.
Got to see a lot. We watched the only Italian show that we could really follow that we watched was Naked and Afraid.
Yeah.
And what's it called in Italy?
What you said?
Nudie and
Goody.
So yeah, Naked and Afraid, Nudie and Goody. That's the only show we could follow that was in Italian. So, well, this is Kimlotti and
Storm
signing out. Until next time, you guys. Thank you.
Peace.